In this video we are going to compare how rich Hushpuppy was before he got arrested to how rich Davido is, and we are also going to compare who spends more between the both of them. Ramon Olorunwa Abbas, widely known as Hushpuppy, is a Nigerian social media influencer who gained notoriety for flaunting a lavish lifestyle on platforms like Instagram. However, his extravagant displays were funded through illicit means, primarily involving cyber fraud and money laundering activities. Hushpuppy's criminal endeavors encompassed various fraudulent schemes, including business email compromise, BEC scams, identity theft, and other cybercrimes. He and his associates orchestrated these operations to defraud individuals and organizations of substantial sums of money. In one notable instance, they defrauded a client of a New York-based law firm out of approximately $922,857 in October 2019. In June 2020, Hushpuppy was arrested in Dubai by the FBI and Interpol over allegations of a $35 million fraud. Following his extradition to the United States, he pleaded guilty to conspiracy to engage in money laundering. In November 2022, a U.S. court sentenced him to over 11 years in federal prison and ordered him to pay $1.7 million in restitution to two fraud victims. Hushpuppy was globally recognized for his flamboyant lifestyle and high-end taste, particularly reflected in his jaw-dropping collection of exotic cars. Before his arrest in 2020, he proudly displayed a fleet of luxurious automobiles that were collectively worth billions of naira. One of the crown jewels in his garage was the 2020 Rolls-Royce Cullinan, a statement of wealth and power. This ultra-luxury SUV came with a price tag of over 126 million naira, making it one of the most expensive in his collection. He also owned a Ferrari 488 GTB, a high-performance supercar with sleek Italian design and a roaring V8 engine, valued at approximately 792 million naira. Hushpuppy's taste for elegance extended to his Bentley Bentayga, a high-end SUV known for its blend of performance and comfort, which cost about 184 million naira. He didn't stop there. He also had a Rolls-Royce Wraith Black Badge, a custom-made beauty that screams luxury and was estimated to cost over 800 million naira. Adding more speed and flair to his fleet, he owned a Lamborghini Aventador, a V12-powered beast known for its aggressive styling and thunderous speed, worth around 550 million naira. For pure luxury, he went with a Mercedes-Maybach S650, a top-tier sedan offering elite comfort and craftsmanship, valued at nearly 67 million naira. Rounding off his fleet was a Brabus-tuned Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, an ultra-rare and heavily customized off-roader estimated at a staggering 338 million naira. In total, when Dubai police arrested him, they seized 13 luxury cars worth over 2,600 million naira. An incredible display of wealth amassed through illicit cybercrime operations. His car collection was not just transportation. It was a bold symbol of his luxurious but short-lived empire. Hushpuppy lived a life that was the definition of luxury, often flaunting his wealth on social media with stunning visuals of mansions and high-end living spaces around the world. His taste for opulence extended beyond flashy clothes and cars. It included some of the most premium properties in Africa and the Middle East. One of his known properties was located in Cocody, an upscale district in Abidjan, Ivory Coast. This house stood out for its sheer size and architectural elegance, and it was estimated to cost about 2 billion naira. This West African mansion was said to be a personal investment in real estate development and was often showcased online as a sign of his rising wealth. In Nigeria, Hushpuppy owned 3 luxurious houses in the highbrow area of Lekki, Lagos. Each of these properties was worth approximately 700 million naira, making the total value of the 3 Lekki homes 2,100 million naira. These properties, however, did not remain untouched by authorities. Following investigations into his criminal activities, all 3 were impounded by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. Aside from owned properties, Hushpuppy also rented an extravagant apartment in Dubai, including one in the prestigious Burj Khalifa known as his Versace. His annual rent for these luxury residences was reported to be around 524 million naira. When you add up the value of his Cocody house at 2 billion naira, his 3 Lekki homes at 2,100 million naira, and 1 year of Dubai rent at 524 million naira, the total estimated worth of his properties and real estate expenses comes to 4,724 million naira. This impressive sum paints a vivid picture of the scale of Hushpuppy's luxurious real estate lifestyle before his arrest brought it all crashing down. Hushpuppy lived a lifestyle deeply rooted in luxury, and one of the most striking symbols of his wealth was his obsession with high-end watches and extravagant jewelry. Among the most notable pieces in his collection was a Richard Mille RM11-03 watch, which he bought for approximately $430,000, translating to about 694 million naira at the time of purchase. This particular watch gained public attention during his legal proceedings and was referenced as part of the items acquired through proceeds of fraud. Another standout piece from his collection was a Patek Philippe wristwatch encrusted with baguette-cut diamonds, which he proudly flaunted in December 2018. This luxury timepiece carried an astonishing price tag of $1,100,000, equivalent to about 1.6 billion naira. Not stopping there, he also treated himself to another Richard Mille watch as a New Year gift in early 2020, which was valued at around $250,000, or 375 million naira. Hushpuppy's appetite for luxury extended beyond watches. His jewelry collection featured diamond-encrusted chains, glittering rings, iced-out bracelets, and customized pendants, each crafted with rare stones and precious metals. Though not every item was officially valued, such collections typically range into the hundreds of millions in naira. Judging from his social media showcases and the brands involved, the entire collection was a dazzling reflection of his taste for excess. Altogether, the known value of his documented watches alone summed up to about 2.5 billion naira. When his jewelry is taken into account, the estimated total worth of his watches and jewelry collection easily surpasses 2.9 billion naira, cementing his place among the most flamboyant figures of his time. Ramon Olaronwa Abbas, better known as Hushpuppy, was not just famous for his flashy lifestyle. He was practically the unofficial ambassador of designer fashion. He spent lavishly on luxury clothes and shoes, always stepping out in outfits that screamed exclusivity and wealth. From Gucci to Louis Vuitton, Fendi to Balenciaga, every item he wore was carefully selected from the world's most prestigious fashion houses. He was regularly spotted in limited edition jackets, custom-tailored shirts, and high-end streetwear that cost more than the average monthly salary. A single designer shirt in his wardrobe could cost over 400,000 naira, and it wasn't uncommon for him to wear full outfits totaling well over 1 million naira. His shoe game was just as wild, featuring high-end sneakers from brands like Giuseppe Zanotti, Christian Louboutin, and Yeezy, with individual pairs costing between 300,000 to 1 million naira each. His collection also included loafers, boots, and leather shoes designed by Italian fashion houses, each pair often worth more than 500,000 naira. He didn't just buy these clothes and shoes occasionally. Shopping was a lifestyle. In a single spree at a Gucci store, he once dropped several millions of naira, walking out with bags full of designer gear. Online and in-store purchases across Europe, Dubai, and Nigeria made up a constant stream of wardrobe upgrades, often documented proudly on Instagram. Taking into account the frequency of his purchases, the designer brands involved, and the luxury standards he maintained, it's estimated that Hushpuppy spent over 1,500 million naira on luxury clothes and shoes. His fashion obsession wasn't just about dressing well. It was a strategic display of wealth, status, and a carefully crafted image of the good life that ultimately drew the world's attention before it all unraveled. Hushpuppy wasn't just about living large for himself. He extended his flamboyant lifestyle to those around him through incredibly generous gifts. Known for splashing millions without blinking, he often showered his friends and close associates with expensive presents and large sums of cash. One of the most publicized moments of his generosity came when Nigerian media personality Daddy Freeze visited him in Dubai. During that visit, Hushpuppy reportedly gave him the sum of $10,000, which at the time amounted to roughly 4 million naira, simply as a friendly gesture. His generosity didn't stop there. Friends who visited him often returned home with luxury watches, designer clothing, or thick bundles of cash. He was known to pay for entire dinners, club nights, and shopping sprees, all in high-end locations in Dubai, Paris, and Milan. Whether it was hosting friends in his penthouse, footing the bill for exotic vacations, or buying surprise gifts, Hushpuppy's circle lived a life many could only dream of, thanks to his spending power. In clubs, it wasn't unusual for him to spray dollars freely, especially when celebrating birthdays or milestones with friends. These outings often involved bottle service with rare champagnes, private tables, and thousands of dollars spent in just a few hours, all in the name of enjoyment and friendship. Considering the luxury level of the items he gifted, the currency he sprayed, and his routine generosity, the estimated worth of Hushpuppy's gifts to friends is placed at over 600 million naira. His gift-giving wasn't just about kindness. It was a performance of wealth and loyalty that kept his name echoing in elite social circles across continents. The total worth of Hushpuppy spending during his time is estimated to be about 12.3 billion naira. Hushpuppy net worth as of year 2020 during his time of arrest was estimated to be about $35.5 million. Davido, the Nigerian music superstar, has built a diverse empire that contributes to his substantial annual income. His primary source of revenue comes from his music career, which includes earnings from album sales, streaming platforms, and live performances. He commands between 10 million naira and 40 million naira for local concerts, and between $100,000 and $200,000 for international shows. In addition to his musical endeavors, Davido has secured lucrative endorsement deals with major brands, including Infinix and 1xBet. These partnerships significantly boost his income, with estimates suggesting that he earns over $1 million annually from endorsements alone. Furthermore, Davido's business ventures, such as his record label Davido Music Worldwide, DMW, investments in real estate, and other entrepreneurial activities, contribute to his wealth. These diversified income streams enhance his financial portfolio. Considering these various sources, Davido's estimated annual income is approximately $10 million, which equates to about 16,700 million naira. This figure underscores his status as one of Africa's wealthiest and most influential entertainers. Davido, one of Africa's biggest music exports, isn't just a master of hits. He's also a connoisseur of fine automobiles. His garage is less of a car collection and more of a showroom of opulence, packed with machines that scream power, style, and serious cash. At the top of the list is his Rolls-Royce Cullinan, a majestic SUV that oozes royalty. This isn't just a car, it's a moving palace, and it cost him over 620 million naira. Its interior is like a five-star lounge, and the smoothness of the ride is what you'd expect from a billionaire balling in comfort. But Davido didn't stop there. He added the Rolls-Royce Spectre, the first fully electric Rolls-Royce, to his collection. With futuristic design and ghost-like silence on the road, the Spectre sets him back around 750 million naira, making it one of the most expensive electric vehicles in Nigeria. Now, if speed and power had a child, it would be called the Lamborghini Aventador. This Italian masterpiece lives in Davido's garage and costs no less than 650 million naira. He's also the proud owner of a Lamborghini Huracan, a slightly smaller but equally wild supercar that roars to life and doesn't know how to whisper. This beauty cost him about 550 million naira. No luxury collection is complete without a Bentley Bentayga, and Davido owns one in grand style. Purchased during the peak of his musical success, the Bentayga is worth around 300 million naira and blends VIP luxury with solid performance. He also whips around in a Mercedes-Benz. It's rugged, elite, and worth about 280 million naira. Adding a touch of futuristic cool is Davido's Tesla Cybertruck. He reportedly snagged one for approximately 120 million naira, making it one of the flashiest and rarest vehicles in his lineup. Altogether, Davido's fleet cost him a total of 3,300 million naira. Davido isn't just investing in flashy cars and hit records. He's also big on real estate. The music star has secured a number of luxurious properties that reflect his status, taste, and strategic thinking when it comes to wealth building. One of his most talked about properties is his mansion in Banana Island, Lagos, arguably the most prestigious and expensive neighborhood in Nigeria. This palatial crib is designed with modern architecture, an elevator, a private swimming pool, and top-notch interiors. It's estimated to be worth over 2,500 million naira. Before Banana Island, he was already living large in Lekki, where he owns another luxurious home. This Lekki mansion, which he bought years ago, still stands as a beautiful and well-equipped property with spacious rooms and a clean aesthetic. It's worth approximately 400 million naira and has been featured several times in his music videos and Instagram posts. Davido also owns a vacation home in Atlanta, Georgia, USA, his second home city. This property is a stylish and comfortable space located in a prime neighborhood, showing that he's not just a star in Nigeria but also internationally. The Atlanta house is estimated to be worth about 450 million naira, and it's where he often stays whenever he's in the United States. In addition to these, Davido is rumored to have other real estate investments and properties that he keeps private, likely for family or business purposes. From luxury apartments to quiet retreats, he's made it clear that his money is working in more ways than one. When you add it all up, Davido's known real estate portfolio is worth over 3,350 million naira, and that's just the properties we know about. Davido's jewelry game is in a league of its own, loud, luxurious, and unapologetically extravagant. His collection isn't just about looking good. One of the loudest flexes in his jewelry stash is his Richard Mille watch, a masterpiece of craftsmanship and one of the rarest on the market. This particular piece is worth over 700 million naira, making it one of the most expensive celebrity-owned watches in Africa. When it comes to chains, Davido's collection is stacked with heavyweight Cuban links and custom pendants, all drenched in flawless diamonds. He's known to rock multiple pieces at once, and altogether, his chain collection is valued at around 500 million naira. Each piece tells a story, from his 30 BG pendant to exclusive icebox creations, crafted for maximum shine and presence. Speaking of icebox, Davido once walked into their store and left jaws dropping after he reportedly spent about 200 million naira in cash in a single day. But that wasn't even the most outrageous part. He also bought a custom diamond bag from Icebox that cost him a whopping 300 million naira, proving that for Davido, even a bag has to shine. Then there's the ultimate rich flex. He once copped a diamond-encrusted hand sanitizer for a staggering 150 million naira. Yes, you read that right. Hand sanitizer, but make it luxury. Beyond watches and chains, his collection includes rings, earrings, grills, bracelets, and all kinds of custom-made pieces, each worth millions on their own. Altogether, Davido's jewelry, accessories, and icebox splurges add up to over 1,900 million naira. It's not just a collection, it's a walking vault of shine, swagger, and success. Davido's fashion game is as loud and luxurious as his lifestyle. Whether he's performing on stage, attending high-profile events, or casually posting on Instagram, one thing is constant. He's always dripped in high-end designer wear and exclusive sneakers that cost serious money. When it comes to sneakers, Davido is a full-blown sneakerhead with a taste for the rarest and most expensive pairs. His closet is packed with limited edition kicks from brands like Nike, Dior, Off-White, Balenciaga, and Louis Vuitton. He's been spotted in sneakers that cost over 1 million naira per pair, and in many cases, he owns multiple colorways of the same design. Some of his rarest pairs are valued between 2 million naira and 5 million naira each. Altogether, his sneaker collection is estimated to be worth over 100 million naira. But his love for fashion doesn't stop at the feet. Davido's wardrobe is a rotating runway of top-tier designers like Gucci, Amiri, Dolce & Gabbana, Prada, Louis Vuitton, and more. He doesn't just wear these brands, he collects them. From custom jackets to logo-heavy tees, designer jeans, silk shirts, and fur coats, he spares no expense in keeping his style levels sky-high. A single outfit can easily cost 3 million naira or more, and he never repeats a fit when it matters. It's estimated that he spends over 200 million naira yearly just on clothes alone, not even counting accessories. Put together, Davido's spending on sneakers and clothing is easily worth over 300 million naira. Davido is not just generous with fans and the public. He's equally known for spoiling his friends and crew with mind-blowing gifts that would make anyone want to join his circle. His gifting culture is on a different level, and over the years, he has spent hundreds of millions of naira just making sure the people around him are living good. One of his most famous gifting moments was when he gave a diamond-studded 30 BG chain to each of his crew members. Each chain reportedly cost around 8 million naira, and with over 10 people rocking one, that gesture alone was worth more than 80 million naira. He also famously gifted his aide, Israel DMW, a brand new Toyota Venza worth about 12 million naira, and bought luxury watches and jewelry for several members of his team on different occasions. From Rolex watches to iPhones and designer drip, Davido doesn't hold back when it comes to making sure his guys are shining. In 2022, he gifted one of his cousins, Tunji Adelke, a Rolex watch worth over 13 million naira, and not long after, he gifted his logistic manager, Israel, a brand new luxury watch and other expensive items that added up to several millions of naira. During music video shoots and celebrations, Davido often splashes millions covering bills, buying gifts, or randomly surprising friends with cash. He's been known to give out 1 million naira or more in cash gifts on the spot. Sometimes just for fun, sometimes as a reward for loyalty, and other times just because he can. In total, it's estimated that Davido has spent over 350 million naira on gifts for his friends and close associates. Davido is not just known for his music, luxury lifestyle, and global fame. He's also widely respected for his big heart and consistent acts of charity. Beyond the glitz and glam, he has a solid reputation for giving back to society, especially to the underprivileged and those in need. One of the most iconic moments in Davido's charitable journey happened in 2021 when he turned a birthday joke into a full-blown movement. He had asked his friends and fans to send him money as a playful birthday challenge, and to everyone's surprise, over 200 million naira poured into his account in just a few days. Instead of keeping the money, Davido added 50 million naira from his own pocket, rounding the total donation to 250 million naira, and then distributed it across orphanages in Nigeria. This single act made headlines across the country and beyond, showing the world that he walks the talk when it comes to giving back. In addition to that major move, Davido has also supported individuals with medical bills, school fees, and rent on several occasions. These random acts of kindness may not always make the news, but they've changed countless lives. Whether it's a fan in distress or a stranger in need, Davido often steps in quietly to offer support. Some of these gestures have been estimated to run into tens of millions of naira over the years. Through his foundation, he continues to push charitable initiatives, focusing mainly on children, education, and healthcare. He's even hinted at expanding his philanthropic work to a more structured level, with plans to empower more communities and vulnerable groups in the future. Altogether, Davido's known charitable efforts have been valued at over 300 million naira, and that number is still growing. Davido's total money spent on cars, real estate, charity, jewelry shoppings, and gifting to his friends is estimated at about 9,500 million naira. And as of 2025, Davido's net worth is said to be about $100 million. When it comes to spending money, Hushpuppy was miles ahead of Davido. He spent about 12.3 billion naira during his time, while Davido averages 9 billion naira. But as for Davido net worth as of the year 2020 was estimated at about $70 million, while Hushpuppy net worth as of the year 2020 was estimated at about $35.5 million, making Davido richer.